Om Jnanatim. Oh, my name is Giriraj Swami. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Tadati Swapadantikam. Namaham Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namane. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shanyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Srila Prabhupada's voyage from India to America means so many things to me and to all of us. 50 years ago, I was a freshman at Brandeis University, which is here in the Boston area. And we were given a choice as new entrants to go on a field trip. And one of the field trips was to the waterfront here. It was like about this time in 1965. But I thought, oh, what's going to be there? It's just going to be some fishmongers and lobster mongers, so I went somewhere else. And now, 50 years later, I'm here in this most auspicious assembly. I was looking for a guru. I tried to find him in so many places, and whoever it was, I felt this is not my perfect master. And I became so hopeless after trying so many different people in so many different places that I thought I'm not going to find him. And then at Brandeis University, I saw a poster, lecture, Bhagavad Gita as it is, Bhaktivedanta Swami. And by then it was like, oh. So I had plans that evening to come to Harvard Square. But something in my heart just pushed me that you must go. And all my friends were, oh, why? You know, we already planned to go to the movies in Harvard Square. But I think it's Prabhupada's prayer. I really think it's Prabhupada's prayer that Krishna would not let me miss the lecture. And one of the friends just couldn't take it. You know, why do you always have to be running after these swamis and yogis? Why can't you be normal like other people? And I just blurted out, okay, this will be the last one I ever go to. So then, but so then every night I would go to hear Srila Prabhupada. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday he would speak at the temple, the storefront, 95 Glenville Avenue, and Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday he would speak outside, usually at a university, but sometimes somewhere else. One talk he gave at the Arlington Street Church, and after the talk I was standing out on the steps in front of the church, and Prabhupada walked out, and he started talking to me, saying that you know, you're not this body, this is a very important point, and And I had so many conceptions or misconceptions. I thought, the guru's not supposed to go to the disciple's supposed to go to the guru. But then I realized that that's what Srila Prabhupada has been doing at every stage. And he's been doing it with all of us. He came to Boston. He came to Brandeis. He came in our hearts. And one experience that came later really does, to me, encapsulate a lot of what Prabhupada did and what we're meant to do. This was in Calcutta, and at the time, the temple was in a very bad state. The devotees didn't have money, and no one was really looking after the devotees, and it was really quite a bad situation. Just to give a little idea, there was one devotee in the temple named Sudama Vipra, who had been a biker. And he had a real strong, big body, but he was so famished, he would take the ghee lamps after the arti, and whatever little ghee was left, he would squeeze it out or just rub it and just try to get some nourishment. So the devotees were just waiting for Srila Prabhupada to come, and eventually he came, and he called a meeting with all the devotees, and he listened very patiently and very sympathetically to what everyone said. And then he gave some suggestions that there should be a committee. They should meet every week. They should discuss all the problems. They should write down what they resolve, and they should follow it. But then his mood seemed to change, and he said that we should not be too absorbed in these material situations, because our tendency is to think about and talk about material things, and if we become too absorbed in them, we will neglect to think of Krishna and speak about Krishna. And then he said, my policy was always everything for Krishna and nothing for myself, and therefore I never complained. And then he described how he had come to America. He had suffered 2 heart attacks at sea, and even in America he had so many physical ailments. He said, I don't even wish to discuss how much I suffered. But I never complained because my policy was always everything for Krishna and nothing for me. So I think from this, I'm extracting 2 lessons for us, individually and collectively. One is we should obviously aspire for that mood, everything for Krishna, nothing for me, and be like Prabhupada did and exemplified and taught. But also to take care of the devotees. He didn't minimize the care of the devotees. He wanted us to meet and discuss the problems and try to make solutions. And I think this is also a very important point, so that we don't have devotees coming and going. Many devotees have come, and a lot of them have gone. And I'm thinking that the basis of the great things that Prabhupada achieved and wants us to achieve are the small things. As one saint is supposed to have said, we cannot do great things. We can only do small things with great devotion. And Srila Prabhupada did that for us. I mean, I have my own stories, but there's not time for that. But he really took personal care of each of us, and even devotees who didn't have that much personal association. He gave them so much. In India, most of us had quite a lot of association with Srila Prabhupada compared to other places. But hearing the accounts of devotees who might have just seen Srila Prabhupada once, but just one word or one glance or one gesture conveyed so much meaning and has sustained them in their spiritual lives ever since then. So Srila Prabhupada is, in that way, he's like Krishna, that he was there for everyone. He's like the most intimate friend of each and every devotee. Each and every devotee felt they had a very intimate personal connection with him. And they did. And they do. We do. So I don't know where I would be, not only without Srila Prabhupada, but without all of you. I mean, there's no way, I couldn't survive for a moment without the association of all of you, God brothers and God sisters, and all followers of Srila Prabhupada. And I just pray that, like Garuda Prabhu said, underneath the prettiness of the celebration, there's some ugliness, some ugly things going on. And there are. I mean, that's why we need each other, and I got a lot in my heart. So I'm really praying to continue in this association of sincere followers of Srila Prabhupada, so that all together we can help each other along and go back home, back to Godhead, and bring as many others with us as we can. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.